Hang on, I gotta start all over on my introduction. You know why? No, everything's fine. I just did that typical forgot to unmute my mic in the Streamlabs. Well, good, but I didn't on mine, so I'm gonna start all over. Anyway, with that said, hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Sorry we're getting a late start. We've had some technical last minute difficulties. The server didn't want to uh, cooperate. We restarted it, and then it didn't want to restart, so we kind of had to fart around with that a little bit longer than we wanted to. But anyway, um, I had my mic muted because I'm learning some new stuff in Streamlabs to try to make my streams a little bit better. Like as you noticed, I had a starting soon, and I have an intermission type screen for now. If I got to go to the bathroom, that kind of stuff. So we're trying to make my channel a little bit better, but it's still a learning process, and you all know how well I learn. So anyhow, welcome to the stream, everybody. And with that, on my left over here, we have Mopar Matt. He is a new member to the server. He filled one of the slots that we have open. And for that matter, we have at least one, maybe two left. So if you would like, get a hold of us on our Discord. And I don't see any of my my admins or my whatever people in my chat to put my Discord up for me. But anyway, we can get that taken care of. Um, and then on my right over here is Morris, also known as Roberts Farms and Gaming. He has just now started a channel. He did his first test live stream Sunday night for a couple hours. We did get a few people come in and catch him. So he's the man, the myth behind in the money bags behind our server. So I got to treat the guy right, and I'm going to do my best to get his channel promoted for him and help him get along his way. And without further ado, maybe we shall try to get some farming done now that we've screwed around here for 20 minutes and have had a pretty bumpy start to the whole thing, but that's just Murphy's Law. So, anyhow, everybody, let's have a good time tonight, and well, I'm sure somebody will egg me on and I'll get a rant out yet. Now, with that said, I have a couple contracts I got to go do, and I think I got to do some anhydrous on my old bean field. And with that, I do believe I bettered. I can go back over to my Streamlabs here, click on the audio for desktop, and that way everybody will be able to be heard in my stream also when they talk. Am I correct, Morris?
Yes, that's how you make everybody heard.
Cool.
And my intro got kind of screwed up because I did not have you muted when you were doing your intros.
Oh, well, you live and you learn.
So both of your intros are also on my stream. I was not thinking about it.
That's all right. At least we definitely know I got an intro done, right? Even though it's taken us quite some time to get this going. Okay, so and I'm not sure what the other guys got going on, but like I said, I got a couple contracts I'm going to do. Will give us a little tour of Matt's place here. I guess we can do that before I take off. He was kind of worried about. Oh, I'm not very good about laying out a farm. And he was. I think he did an all right job. Got about looks like the same grain bin setup that what Morris and I are using. This is pretty good. It's a grain bin setup. There's some other ones out there that are pretty good sized. And with that said, I do believe I've pretty much made the executive decision on my end of things that I'm going to start streaming on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights instead of doing Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays. It's going to be Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I believe it seems a little more even. That way you don't go from Wednesday clear to Saturday. But then again, you turn around and go Saturday clear to Tuesday. So I guess you still got the same amount of days in between. But Morris and I are both jealous because we had our places built before I put this shop on the server. I really like this shop. And now we got our places built. And we've both been kicking around trying to figure out how to put this stupid thing in there, and we can't. We got our got our farms built. They just don't. It's just not going to work. So um, maybe after I get some crops sold, then, and when I decide to take out that corner of my shop, I will my bean field to add a shop. I will. And man, does it got some big old bright lights in here. They did a good job with the lights on this shop.
Yeah, we did.
And of course he must be somewhat of a red guy. He's got one of these red damn things over here too. So I guess I'm gonna be outnumbered.
It was sale price.
It was sale price. Yeah, that's
Speaking of sale price, I bought that versatile off the sale thing. It was 120,000, and it charged me full price, and the sale one's still sitting in there.
it did.
Yeah, so I thought I messed up. So I sold the one back, you know, replaced the money so I had my same money back. Tried it again, and it did the same thing again. That $120,000 tractor cost me $347,000, and it gave me a new one, and the used one is still there. I don't know why it did that. But yeah, there's still the used one, and then there's another used one that's more, and it charged me full price. It didn't sell me the used one.
It sold you full price as in brand new in the store.
Yeah, yeah, but I clicked on the used one, and I built it, and I checked the price,
Because I know when you
and it says 129.76.
when you
And
buy
when I hit
stuff out of the used stuff, it does charge you for whatever you change this built to.
right, but it says, "Do you want to purchase for 129.76?" I put yeah, but then when I look on the screen, it says 334.105. It did
Uh,
the same thing again.
mm,
I don't know what happened there,
well, just make sure whenever
but
you have something like that
anyway,
happen, you reimburse yourself the difference or
yeah,
close to it. And you bought my old versatile actually.
yeah, that's what I. Oh, right, right. I remember when you sold it on your stream because you updated to the newer one.
But
And I was like, that's still a good deal. So I figured I'll buy me I got to get a cultivator, so it'll be my first
well,
cultivator tractor.
yeah, and you know an air drill and that kind of stuff because that's kind of
Right.
a with this map, it's a prudent thing on this map. But anyway, he's got his farm set up fairly decent. It looks like to me. Um,
I guess I'll just keep the two of them for now, and I'll just start with these. But yeah. Oh, yeah.
so looks like he finally got his used Ford in and got a new wax job put on it.
Oh yeah. I didn't buffer so hard this time.
Didn't that's probably a good thing because I don't
Didn't take the
whoever owned
Yeah,
it
didn't take the
before
paint
you.
off her.
Yeah, whoever owned it before you, he buffed it a little bit too hard. Got him a house built over here. It looks like this is new since. Oh, he put the shouse in, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is what I should have done too. Actually, that whenever I get mad at the wife, I can come out here and lock the goddamn door and work on my hot rod.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
There again, it's only been on the server for about a month, so we pretty much all had all of our stuff done yet. But anyway, looks like you got a pretty good start on your place here, Matt. Looks pretty good,
Getting there. Yeah. Getting there.
you know. Um, so I guess with that, I need to get my butt to work.
Yeah. I got a field. I see. I have a sunflower field. I gotta harvest. Then.
Yeah. I got to start a little contract on 188, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do much more for contracts. And then I got my field 211. I need to get it anhydrous for do some fall tillage. So
Nice.
and if you need any help with anything, let us know. We'll be glad to help you. If you need to borrow
Okay.
borrow any equipment that you don't want to buy or whatever, or your money's short on, let us know there too. We don't have no problem with that. I promise not to charge you too much for using it.
Kind of rule of the server too, Matt. If we're not on and you need a piece of equipment, you can just go and get it and borrow it. Just put it back where
Okay.
you got it from.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Tractor House to repopulate. There's not very many in there, but it's slowly getting there.
I need it. That reminds me.
Alright.
I better look at that.
Better go empty this grain cart so I can empty the last cow mine.
So motherfucker. Yeah.
And we're off to an F-bomb already tonight.
Well, Tractor House is fucked up. So that means I got to damn sure download tonight the save game and fucking make it work right again. Because it's supposed to have three.
I thought it was screwed up last night, and it just took forever to load, though.
Are you
and I
sure?
came back later, and it had all the options in it.
Because like right now, fuck, we only got like standard amount in here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll give it, but there's times when it don't do that, and it does some weird bullshit when you do a hard restart like we did with the server tonight.
The only thing that's added since
Yeah.
we've been on there is that versatile that I sold. Everything else was in the minute we came in, and I keep checking it because we had cultivators and everything in it because I was gonna buy them.
Yeah. And see, that's something
that with those big cultivators. I had a bunch of stuff I was gonna buy because I need all that stuff yet.
Right, and I'm actually gonna. If it's not gonna work right now, I'm gonna actually re-edit that yet again. Because I got to thinking about it the other night when I was going through it, and I don't know if I even I think I mentioned it actually on my single player stream the other night. In my opinion, on singles, I got it set for like 350 items in the store for the multiplayer, and have it set for like 500 items in single player. And I got to thinking about that, and it's like, really, that probably ought to be the other way around.
Kind of backwards, yeah. You did mention that.
I mean, well, you got more people in the server, so you're going to want more things on sale. I mean, the only thing that sucks about that is I really wish. What would be really nice is if there was a setting in that mod. So if anybody ever watches my stream that actually worked on that mod, you need to make it so there's some way that it don't do duplicates.
Dude, my
Uh-oh.
Streamlabs just crashed and killed my stream.
It did?
Yep.
Ain't good.
So
that sucks.
We are restarting. Oh, this is fun.
Thankfully, your growing pains are...
Dream, they said. It'd be fun, they said.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Matt. That is exactly right.
Yes.
And we're a half an hour into this.
What could go wrong, they said.
We're a half an hour into this, and I've got two people watching me. And one of them's probably Matt, and the other one's probably Morris. Or
I'm not in yours yet.
One of them is me.
One of them's Matt, and the other one's probably myself, actually. I don't know. How does that work? If you watch your own stream, does it actually register that? Because there's been times that it's only showed one person in here, and I've seen somebody, and they actually said something in stream, in the chat. So I'm not sure if you're watching your own stream, it counts.
I don't think it does. For me, it does because I watch my own stream on a different account.
Oh.
To kind of bump up my watch hours.
No, I don't, because I've noticed that on mine a time or two. I've thought it was me, but it's like all of a sudden it'll show one person, and I'll get a chat message if Rank's in or somebody like that, and then they'll chat, and it's like, well, okay. And no, I haven't been over to your stream yet because, well, I don't have enough fucking devices. I was working with my my Kindle Fire today, trying to get the goddamn chat to work on it again, and I don't know what I was all over fucking Google, and I was trying to figure it out, and I don't know, it still has me pissed off. Everything I could find swears to God all you got to do is updates and it's supposed to work. But it don't. You'll watch a live stream and it shows where the chat's supposed to be. There's a bunch of little boxes showing videos that if you want to go watch those videos instead. So I'm sure it's probably a setting I need to change, but I can't figure out where it's at. Because that's what I was going to do is I could use my phone, watch Morris's live stream and chat, and then use my Kindle Fire that my daughter don't no longer use and watch my chat. Means I only have one screen. And let's see.
Now I gotta go in here and
I need to get
redo
into
all of this.
Need to get into a tractor, but not this one.
Lovely.
Control T. Are you going to sell one of these versatiles, or are you going to keep them both?
I'll probably just end up keeping them both now. Because I reimbursed myself the price difference of the one.
Oh, well, that's fine. I was just curious because now you got two identical twins.
Yeah, I didn't really want to, but
You got.
So what happened
it won't hurt for now, I guess.
is I was trying out a different output encoder on Streamlabs, and I guess it didn't like it because it crashed and killed my stream.
So let me ask you guys, do you see a big difference from using the sunflower heads and a corn head in sunflowers?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That is one thing from day one. I have always used the sunflower heads. And the biggest reason why I've always done it from day one is because, and I have never understood why more people don't actually use the in-game corn, the Capella helianthus, or how the fuck you say that. For one, it's 12 meters wide, so it's just as wide as a 12-row corn head. Two, it goes 9 miles an hour when the in-game corn head only goes 6. I never understood that when people was first starting. Why the hell they weren't using it? Because you could go faster, for one. You know, and as a matter of fact, I kept using the in-game one because everything I got set pretty much doing. You know, even when I was doing updating, editing corn heads or the flex heads and stuff that I've got that I've used, I was at most 10, 11 mile an hour. So I thought, well, fuck, 9 mile an hour is plenty. And at the time, there still really isn't any sunflower heads out as far as mods go. There's the one that there's two out there. The one that I added that Morris was talking about that's on the server now. It also comes with some corn heads. And then there's another one out there, Stark something or another. It's a blue head, but it's only like 5 meters wide, so I didn't fucking bother with it. But I did see that what's these names working on the cat versions of the Lexions. Did you see that, by the way, on Facebook?
Who's doing that?
Yeah.
Son of a buck. He hasn't released anything for a little while. But he's doing the 500 and 500 series cat, the early 2000 cat Lexions, the true cat Lexions.
Yeah.
And he's matching, he's releasing a matching header pack with it, and it's actually he's gonna have a sunflower head with it, which is basically like a lot of people do around here, where they take an old regular head and they put sunflower pans on it. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I mean, because I just am, because it's another thing to add to our mods to tax the server. And I already got a couple 100,000 fucking mods in my mod folder anyway. Just will add one more. So speaking of that, I will do a quick. This is what was added to the server this week. or the last couple of days type thing. We added, which I'm pretty sure we killed a few of the Lexions that we had on the server, and we added some new ones. And they're the traditional yellow, cat yellow color, even though they're not cat, they're actual Lexions, but they're the yellow ones before they changed in 20.
Right there with it by the propane tank.
2022 is when they changed to back to their traditional yucky yellow, yucky green color and white. I still prefer the yellow black colors. So we added these. This is Sid's, or this one's Collins's on here. His is on here. I liked his. This is the one that was on here. I like this one because this is still kind of a cat one. But we added Sid's Colossus on here that have the traditional yellow look. Yes, of course, I did my typical. Had to play with them and mess with the edits. Didn't do much to them. Sid does a pretty decent job with his combines. All I did was up the capacity of the grain tanks just a scotch, not a lot. I did up the unload speed. That's probably about the only thing I get a little more than I probably should, but it works well for the way we play. And no, it's not ridiculous. It's not like 10,000 liters per minute or anything like that. I upgrade it to about 1,500 liters per minute. It's usually what my go-to is. Anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500. He had friction on the tires, so I didn't have to mess with any of the tires on him. I did up the speeds. I realize most combines don't go much over 24, 25 mile an hour down the road. That's what our S680 is. It goes 24, and our 9770 goes 21 or 20, not just like 20.9 or something like that. Which in a combine, when you're going that fast, especially if you have a head on, there's a lot going on. But I have up the road speeds on them to 31. They're just moving around big maps. It's much better to have them on 31. Otherwise, there wasn't a whole lot of editing I had to do to these. The one thing that I do find funny about these here, we'll lease one of the 100th anniversary ones that we added. We'll lease it real quick, even though I won't keep it. But the one thing I find funny about these is let's get, what do I want for tires here? I don't remember what the Midas is ones he's got the duals on this one. They're okay. I've seen better duals, but they're okay. But anyway, where the hell is the... Okay, this one's got the standard. But anyway, we'll lease it quick here. And I will show you why these mods kind of make me chuckle a little, as far as something about them that I think's a little off. And we did get a couple Lexion Kloss header packs. These Convo Flex 770s, 930 and 1230. These ones here came with Collins' 100th anniversary one. The Varios is a separate pack. They got it off of Mod Hub. Yes, I did do some editing to it. All I did is I changed the speed to 9 mile an hour, a true 9 mile an hour. Even though when you go to click on them, it says 8 mile an hour. That's because it's rounding down because I put it in the XML at 14.84. Well, I put it in as a true 9 mile an hour for the kilometers to convert to 9 mile an hour. So in the game, it sees it different, but it's still 9 mile an hour. But as I was saying is, the 1380's 45 foot, 13.8 meters. I still wish the hell that changed that to, you could choose to have them change, our unit convert mod would actually change that stuff in the store. But anywho, 45 foot header, which is not a small header, mind you, but when you have a lot of 50-foot headers now, and you can get a 60-foot headers from Honeybee. 45 foots, yeah. But what I'm getting at here, and then I also put this one in here because it's flex head, Draper flex head, where this pack is just a regular old standard flex head. Isn't the Draper. And I went to, there is a Draper head pack, and I got it and went to put it on there, but it doesn't, see this one here, you can check the color to US color, and it will match the yellow combines. And that other pack, it's just green. So I didn't put it to the server yet. But get out of here, we'll go over to, and I suppose my new combine sitting, leased combine sitting over here by these versatiles of Matt's, because I did the typical
Whoopsie.
forgot to mention, hey, I'm gonna reset the shop thing after even we talked about doing that the other night. It's not that big of a deal because I'm just gonna lease it. It's just gonna go right back anyway. But I'll show you the big thing here. Matter of fact, I'll even kind of pull up to one of these New Holland heads that Matt's got sitting here, and I think these are 41 footers. Is that what they are, Matt?
Them are the 45 footers.
Are they the 45 footers?
Yep.
But what makes me have to giggle about these combines, and this you can get, and on the other one it's selectable. This one it's just standard long auger. Look at the auger on this thing. It's fucking just huge. Which
that is a big auger.
it sticks. I mean, you put that for you. Talk about
Yeah.
probably the only mod I've ever seen. You make the frickin' auger making the head look puny. So I was testing all this stuff the other night, so I went ahead and bought it. It will run. It will run the 60-foot Honeybee, no problem. There is no problems at all.
That is the combine I am considering switching to. After I finish this contract I'm on right now.
So, yeah, you probably won't see them on my place just necessarily. I kind of added them for. I don't dislike them. Let's put it that way. But I'm not. I don't know. We'll see what we do. We'll see what we do. You'll never know about me. I got to keep you guys guessing. Too many of you think I'm a diehard pea green guy, but you just never know. But anyway, them were added. Let's see, what else did we add? Oh, something else we added to the server. Let me clear this lease quick. I don't need that on my lease bill too. I'm already going to lose $17 just showing it off. $17,000, I should say. But another mod we added. Hey, Rank, welcome to the stream, buddy. Another mod we added is, it just come out too a couple days ago, and you've always heard me talk about how I like to play a little bit more realistic-ish. Crop prices is something that drives me absolutely freaking nuts on this game. And there's this mod called Real Life Numbers mod, and it worked really well in 19. And in 22, I play with it if I can in single player, but I'm always having a mod conflict. I finally got it to work on Spring Creek the other night. And what I like about it is it automatically adjusts everything to U.S. standard average prices. Average, and you can pick what one you want, whether it's average for the UK, average for Europe, average for the United States, and he kind of lumped some of the United States stuff into Canada as far as the guy that makes that mod. But it does everything. It's not just crop prices. It's also average for the United States for corn yield. You know, whatever the national average for corn yield is, and you can go in and adjust all of it, which you can do in a map also if you would like to. It's done in the fruit XML and the fill types XML in the map. And it also changes the cattle prices, changes leasing prices. It also changes the land prices. Um, and most people I have noticed when it comes to land prices have been doing a pretty good job about not using Giants' generic cost most of the time because Giants has it so it's 60,000 per hectare. Well, it's 2.5 acres to a hectare, right? So if you divide 60,000, I got to think about this a minute. You divide 60,000, am I correct? By 2.5, and that's how much it is per acre. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And so that's about, so if you divide it in half, that would be 30,000, and you divide it by zero point 0.5 from that, it's going to be around 25, 27-ish thousand, somewhere in there, I think.
Yep.
There is some farm ground that goes for that. There's been some stuff bought in Iowa for $22,000. Them guys are fucking nuts because they'll never get it to pencil out. And especially by today's standards, with the cost of inflation and 7.5% interest rates, I have no idea how anybody could be buying any kind of property right now. Whether it's a house, acreage, farm ground, whatever. Um, well, a dedicated server rank. There, you go to there's a download. There's a web page that you go in, and there's basically a management page for that server, and that's where you upload all your mods and stuff to the server. Anyway, as I was saying, so I think he's got his for that real life numbers mod. He has it so it's like 16,000 ish, somewhere in there for an average, I suppose. But in my area, that's one of the first things I do when I get a new map is I make sure that the land prices are edited, because I'll edit them down to more like the $15,000 to $12,000 a hectare, because that's just crazy. That they should not be 60,000. That's just too much. But most of the new map guys are already doing that. But anyway, I really like that mod. I loved it in 22 because he had it so it was set up on a variable rate for between every crop cycle. So you could plant wheat in the same field 3 years in a row, and every year you would get a different uh, average yield off of that field, like you would in real life. No matter whether even if you use the same exact fertilizer, he did all this stuff because in 19 it was a little bit different on how precision farming worked a little bit. But anyway, if you did everything exact without precision farming, you still got a variable yield. There was a spot in there you had to go turn it on in the XML. Um, but he's since then taken that out. I wish he wouldn't. But the problem I have with the mod is I don't use it very much anymore because I have a hard time actually getting it to work and not clashing with some of my other mods. I don't know. It's real sensitive to mod conflicts. So with that said, we have a new mod that come out 2 days ago that I really like. And you go into
I just pulled the
you go into
typical streamer up.
oh you've been muted. Anyway, the name of the mod is Enhanced Economy Settings, and what it is I can go in here and for every piece of fruit type on the map, I can now change the prices. And what's cool about this is I can do it every day if I want to. If I want to run this server so it's really similar to what prices are in real life, mind you. So let's say I just take my phone here and I grab up my commodities report because I'm a real farmer, so I have an app on my phone already. and let's see. Let's bring that up real quick. So my egg mobile. What did corn do today? It was up a half a cent today. So corn prices today for March contract is $4.47. Point 40, $4.47 a bushel. So I can go into here, I can go up here, look at my corn prices, and see we're running about 5. And before I put this mod in here, it was, even on hard, it's ridiculous on what they pay. I think they need to have a more realistic price point for what you get paid for your crops on hard. I don't know, maybe in 20, whether we get a 2025 farm sim, I don't know. Because usually by now we've heard some rumblings about it, but we haven't heard a thing yet. So I hope the fuck they don't make us go 4 years this time, but whatever. They need to have like an extreme level, so things are real. And if you can make a farm pay on that, you can be you might have a chance. So anyway, what's cool about this mod is I can go through and I can check what the actual commodity prices is and change it so it matches on my on the server, on single player, whatever. I really like this. I did edit this mod by you. Imagine that. I edited it. But the reason why I edited it, I will show you right now. When you go into the change part of it, and it shows, we got wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, grapes, all of it. It's whatever you have on your fruit type in your map if they have it in the mod also. But you see like here, corn, right now it's at 5. You reduce it by a half. I mean, you can go clear up over to, so it's 1-to-1. So if you go regular value, that's what it's going to cost you, what it's going to pay you by the map standards, which is, if you come up here, and sometimes it changes right away, sometimes it don't. Speaking of which, escape. We need to turn our time up. Let's turn it up. We'll get it to pop over a minute here, and it's usually fairly quick on how fast it populates the change. We'll drop back down to, we're only going to stream not too horrible long tonight, so I'll leave it on as 1. But anyway, so see my corn prices, now we're at $10 a bushel. And that's what the game's, that's going by the game settings. So I go back down here and I want it so it's more realistic. And I go, look on the deal. And like I said, we're at what I say it was, 447. Yeah, basically $4.50 a bushel, which they've really killed it in the last since harvest started, because we were up almost $6 at the beginning of this harvest. So what I added is I added the reduces, which you can tell which ones I added because when it gets to the ones I added, it shows this missing L10 bullshit, and I fucked around with that for I don't know how long trying to get them to show up. Changed it in the L10 in the mod desk, and it like you were supposed to, added them, and it's still showing that it's missing. I don't know why. So anyway, I added this. I added the 0.65, and then I added. Should be, and I added a 5.5, and I added it, and the half was already part of the mod, and then from here it goes clear down to a quarter, quarter of the price. So I added 4.5, added 0.4, added 0.35, added 0.3, added and a 0.25, and then I added 0.2. 0.2, if we come back up here and let it populate here, it probably will be a lot less. It'll be around $3 a bushel when I was playing with it on single player anyway. We'll let it brew here a minute. See, $2. So I am real when I seen this mod, and it's on Mod Hub. It is a Mod Hub mod. in the in-game mod hub. I seen this and I went, no shit. Awesome. Guess what got put on the server before I even fucking tested it? so, so we're now going to be able to play with pretty close to realistic prices. And like I was thinking about doing on our server here is we'll probably just take like either Friday's closing prices or Monday's closing prices and try to keep our prices pretty close to whatever the board of trade is for the week. Hey, hey CFL, welcome to the stream, buddy. It means I tapped out of that on my phone. I need to swap over to all chat instead of top chat. Their stupid default. Why FS22 has unrealistic mods? Are you referring to people like DJ Goham that wants to run his combine at 50 mile an hour with a 37,000 foot wide head that holds 255,000 million uh, liters of product in the grain tank too? Is that what you're referring to there, CFL? I don't know why. Because this platform is a broad platform, and you got the people that have no clue about farming, and they just want to play. So they want to be in an X9 combine that goes 50 mile an hour, and I don't know. So I don't watch people with those kind of channels farm. I watch DJ Goham with his mod reviews or his mod release video, and I watch his farm sim deals. I don't, as far as personally, I don't have anything against the guy, but I cannot stand to watch him farm. You won't hardly ever catch me watch him farm. He drives me bananas. Good evening, Farmer Trio. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Alrighty, so for what I was gonna do, I do have 2 cultivating contracts. Oh, another thing, we paid off the leases on my big 09Rs, and we did some tire updates, and did some changes to tires. I don't always do the triples things on these, but I thought, what the hell, something a little bit different than the big old dual LSWs. Morris didn't like that. He thought that looked stupid, but I thought it looked pretty beefy. And then, of course, hopefully by 8 o'clock, the new vehicle, enhanced vehicle organization frickin' mod, they updated it and then they added, so it added a deal in there, so it automatically turns the fucking lights on and automatically turns them off during the day. So yeah, if anybody's watching that has anything to do with that mod, you can take that bullshit right the fuck back out of that mod. See, you turn it off, you shut the lights off. As soon as you start it, it turns the lights on. And in the daytime, it shuts them off. So, if you're doing a mod review and you got that in there because you liked it, and I like the mod. I like it better than Simple Inspector because it does a better job keeping track of what your mods are doing, what's going on. I like it, especially where we play like we do on here with as many mods and course play. You can watch and see what course play is doing, what's going on sometimes. And if you're running like a grain cart for course play and you're running 3 combines, you can look at your combines while you're dumping on the truck, and you can see how full your combines are getting. It shows all that. Simple Inspector is similar, but for some reason I like the vehicle one. I can't think of the exact name for that mod, but I like it a little better than Simple Inspector. But I do not like how and that's this last update, they added that stupid auto light thing, and it's like, what the hell did you do that for? That's not the point of your guys' mod. So if you're doing a mod review or something like that, and it's the daytime, and so 8 o'clock, it's decided maybe it's okay. It's light enough now that we don't have to have the lights on. Stupid. But you're trying to test lights out, see how the lights do, make sure the blinkers and that kind of crap work. You get in the daytime, you're gonna get pissed off if you're using that mod because it keeps shutting them off on you. Anyhow. So let's see. We got one guy's got to go. Got to go where?
Toby,
Yes, sir.
your output resolution is chopping your screen off on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah, we only got about half of your
Oh yeah, it sure
actual laptop screen.
Why is it doing that?
What's your scaled resolution for video at?
Hang on. Hang on, guys. Technical difficulties. Streamlabs. That's what I need to bring up.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is smaller, ain't it? Okay, I need to go where?
Well, it should be set to whatever your native is, like 920 by 1080 or something.
My native in the game is. I can't get to that. 1440 by whatever. I believe.
I don't know why it's doing it then. It hasn't done it on your previous streams. It's new to this one.
That's because I did something different when I set the stream up. When I set the stream up and you do your schedule thing and it says ultra low latency or low latency or higher latency. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Kobe. I put it on low instead of ultra low.
That shouldn't change your screen scaling, though.
And
That just changes how much look-ahead data it sends to viewers on YouTube.
right, so you could have a better, if you wanted to run a higher resolution stream, you can. So,
Not for that. It's more.
So this has something to do with me.
The delay.
This has something to do with when I had to re-add the game capture. Then am I assuming that is correct?
Probably. I'm not sure.
It has to be because that's the only thing that has changed. That got screwed up when I added the neons thing. It says window match priority. Is that what we're talking about here? Does that have anything to do with it?
No, that's just choosing which window it's going to grab.
And the bad thing is it's not cutting it all off. It's just a little bit off of it, off the bottom and off the one side, huh?
Yeah.
But it's still enough that it's screwy. So what the hell? Where is this fix at? Athena! Who hasn't been around in ages. She'd probably giggle and go, oh, that's just what you need to do.
Probably. I'm new to this and trying to help. Try if you go to your.
I'm gonna go to
Put that
settings.
back.
I went to settings. Is it something that can it be in the output part of settings?
Go to video. So in settings where it says video.
Right. Output resolution is 2560
What's
by
your-
1440. Is what it shows, and it probably shouldn't be 2560 by 1440. It should be 14.
Try setting it to 920 by 1080.
Oh, there it is. Well, see, the base resolution is 1920 by 1080.
That's what I mean. So put your output as 920 by 1080, and if that'll fix it.
1920 by 1080. That's probably where it got screwed up. Because I'll bet that changed when we re-added it. All right, 19, 20 by 1080. Click done. Now, how long before it fucking updates? Or will it update?
It should.
Because I got FPS set at 60. Common FPS values is correct. Downscale filter.
So when you put your, you click on live to put it in your preview screen, does it look right there?
Not yet.
Not yet. It might not fix while you have a stream going out.
Well, will it fix it if I do like a big right back thing and hit transition?
I don't know. It might.
Because that shouldn't matter. That, and then I'll go back to my settings and make sure it's still showing what it's showing. None of that's changed. I don't think. It looks to me like the settings as far as output's right. Stream. I don't need to do that. That's where it goes, where you put in the hole, and it's still. Oh, that's okay. It should work now because now when I go back to video, I actually get a drop down of one
Oh, to change the
to
resolution.
change the resolution, where before I had to type it in there. So okay, so click 1920 by 1080 and click done. Go back to live there, and you son of a bitch. That would
You
explain.
didn't accidentally drag.
That
Did
would
it fix it or no?
No. That would explain why there's this green cut box funny thing that's around my capture now that wasn't there before.
Did you accidentally move it?
Not that I knew of. Let me go back
Go
to.
over it and you'll get a hand, grab a hold of your screen,
Yeah,
and try and drag it.
that's what I'm saying. I can move it around, and if you move it, it shows one
It
side.
shows dead space.
It shows dead space because it's still showing the same size in the background as the Be Right Back stuff.
All right.
Let me
I do not know then.
let me go. Because I haven't let me delete the son of a bitch and start over. Yes, delete game capture, live, add sources, game capture, add source. Come on, you son of a bitch. Game capture, add source, add a new source. Add source, off of auto, capture with specific window, correct?
Yeah.
Match title. Oh, now I need to go to window and find farm sim game. And then close. And it's still not showing the right fucking size. Why?
I don't know.
Well, everybody, we're going to have fun tonight, it looks like. It's going to be Murphy's Law all fucking night.
Why did you say that? Now my stinking monitor's acting up.
Oh, well. The 3 viewers I got, sorry. At least you can hear me being, you know what's going on, because I haven't, there ain't no sense in me. Sense in me muting, at least you know I'm trying to fix something. I don't get why it's doing that. Especially when all I did was added the goddamn Streamlabs neon bullshit so I could have starting soon, ending a B-Rag back type of intermission thing, so I was a little bit more professional. Let me change layout editor. Let's go with this one.
Why did I lose my to my stream? What the heck? Did I lose you, Toby?
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but my stream does.
I don't understand why it's wanting to do that when you put in the right size in the settings. It's like
I
it's
just heard you. I just heard Toby come across your stream, Morris.
But you can't hear me on my stream, can you?
Hi, Hodge.
Oh, you're right. I can hear Toby, but I can't hear. Or yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear him, but I can't hear you.
Can you try muting your mic on your Streamlabs and then opening it back up?
No, I lost like the mixer and everything in.
Well, change your layout. See if that brings it back.
Is it back, Toby, or?
I don't know. I'm not watching your stream. Matt
Not
is.
you. I meant to ask Matt.
Okay, I do like this layout better, but see, it almost acts like Morris. It's wanting to only capture whatever that the Streamlabs neon is size is.
Do I have mic back, Matt? I don't know why it is doing this, Toby.
But that's what it acts like because it's the same exact size as what the neon stuff is.
Yeah, Morris, you're back.
Good.
Sorry, my mic was muted. I'm telling you, yeah.
You're good.
If that makes
But yeah,
if
back.
if that makes any sense to you, Morris. If you move it around, it's the same exact size as what the neon start, ending, whatever, be right back sign is.
Yeah.
But yet the actual game capture should be bigger. One of these days we'll have all of this kind of shit figured out. Sorry, everyone.
Stop it.
Sorry, everyone, that we're having difficulties tonight, but this is
Yeah.
part of growing pains and
Sorry, folks.
trying to make our channels better. Which I thought I'd climb the mountain. Well, I don't want to tell you how I want to put that. Actually, thought I'd found the golden titty here tonight when I thought, hey, cool! I figured out how to do the Streamlabs neon thing that Morris was using the other night on my own, and then now here I got this fucking issue. That's what it's doing. It's only wanting to show the same size as stamp or whatever that the neon thing's showing.
That is. Well, that's right.
Yeah, but you move it around.
Well, that's what it's. I don't know why it's capturing wrong.
But is it really capturing wrong?
Yeah, because your input.
I need 204 and 206. So you you go to 204. Excuse me, 206. Well, even if it ain't going to capture all of it, at least I better get something, try to do a little bit of something here. Goddamn bullshit. And
Now my farming simulator's all wacky.
204.
I'm not wanting to go to full screen right. Nice. It's showing full screen correctly in Cream Capture, so I might just leave it and call it good enough.
Forgot the lock. Oh, I don't want that. I want T.
Hey Kobe, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, everybody, if you're still watching this menagerie of a stream and you have not went and done so, have not went and done so, run over to Robert's Farming and Gaming and subscribe to him. We're running a dual stream tonight, which has been entertaining in some points, and it's been a duel. I think I probably have about as much hair left as he does. We've definitely been having some technical difficulties tonight, which I'm still in the middle of, actually.
Well, I am too. I just decided to screw it as well.
Which
my window is all messed up for Farm Sim now.
Is it messed up the same way mine is too then? So you're not seeing everything?
No, mine's showing full. But it's not showing full on my computer, so I can't see all my screen on my computer, but my game capture is showing all my screen. If that makes sense.
This is just weird to me.
I know what happened to mine. I had to unplug my monitor. And when I unplugged my monitor, it screwed up my Windows.
Yeah.
I can live with this though.
Don't get it at all. Don't get it at all. What the hell it's doing here?
I don't know. That's got me baffled as well.
Well, guess what? If I fucking
What?
I just deleted the Streamlabs neon thing, and it's showing
Yeah.
it's showing right.
That is weird because Streamlabs Neon runs fine for me.
But that's what it's doing. Is it's wanting to. I gotta figure. We'll have to fuck with that when we're not doing a stream anymore. There. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
I got it figured out to where we got a full screen now. So no more. There won't be an intermission thing today. If there is, I'll load it quick and put it up there. Then I'll delete it when I. Ah, Jesus, H Christ. Oh, I know what I need to do though, because my game capture's way low sized. Prize. Oh shit. It went smaller than the 1920. So let's go back to. I went 1280 by 720. I went 1980 by 1080 or 1920 by 1080 because then we're at least HD. Supposed to be anyway. Okay. Alrighty. Hey, cowboy farmer. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Yeah, did you finally start warming up in your neck of the woods of Nebraska today? We finally Sunday it finally started warming up a little bit, and then yesterday was like 56, and today was a little bit cloudy, and it only got to like 47, 48, which still a hell of a lot better than that 45 below wind chill shit we had a week ago. I can definitely do without that crap. I can handle a little bit of snow, but we get into that really cold shit, and I'm like, no, thank you. I don't need that. Course play. Open, close. Oh, one tool. Let's go two headlands. And I know normally I wouldn't start on them headlands, but it's just a contract, so it really don't fucking matter because it doesn't ever totally finish what you're doing anyway before it kicks off. Smooth corners. Generate field work course. Okay. Close. And waypoint. Oh shit. Stop. Stop. Delete. I do not go clockwise when it comes to doing field work. I'm right-handed. I go counterclockwise.
Ah!
So, with all our other crap going on, I about forgot how to fucking play Farm Sim. Counterclockwise. Now generate field work course.
I don't know what I just did.
Oh, did you? Well, I'm bet you glad it was warmer for that than doing it last week. That's for sure, Cowboy Farmer. Seemed like, oh, I don't, wintertime and being on the ranch, I do not miss one bit. Now, springtime and fall and summer, I don't mind that.
Oh no.
And then, of course, when I grew up on the ranch, that was in the mid-late 70s and 80s, so that was back
I'll be
when a lot of the
right
ranchers
back,
were
folks,
still.
while I fix whatever happened to Farm Sim.
You're still having issues?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that was back when a lot of the ranchers and stuff were still fucking calving the end of January and through February. So you had some cold, nasty times that you were trying to calve. And then you always had your tail enders trying, the heifers, calving in April. And then April warms up, and that's when you get that heavy, wet snow, and that's harder on a calf than when it's just regular snow. And that was also back when, we haven't had as many. I don't remember it getting as cold per se back then. I don't remember the 45 below wind chill shit. Then again, I was a kid, so I was in the house when it was cold and nasty all the time. But I remember all winter long, it seemed like we had snow on the ground. I remember that. You get your snows in October, and I remember some Octobers that Halloween was a real bitch, which we've still got some of those too. But I just, for damn sure, the first part of November, clear to middle to March, somewhere in there, it just seemed like you had snow on the ground all winter long, from what I remember growing up as a kid. Where now, just even like this last cold snap, yeah, it got fucking cold, but here we were on the edge of that, or just far enough. I wouldn't say we was edge of it. We were just far enough away from the mountains when it come over the Rockies, and by the time it got to us, in the way the jet streams was going with the moisture, we didn't get much snow here. We got maybe 2 inches. As a matter of fact, today most of the snow's gone now already, except for the shaded areas. Because like I said yesterday, it was 50. It got to 56 yesterday. It was a nice day yesterday. Hey, Jimmyster. Yeah, it was cold here, cowboy. We got. I think Dad showed on his Facebook he had a wind chill around 50 below. Here in Baird, where I live in this little town, I think we had like 45 below wind chill. Ambient temperature was around 25 below. It don't matter as far as I'm concerned. Once you get 5 below zero, it's fucking colder than a witch's tit in a brass bra. Period. So, I, cold's fucking cold. Which I get it. Yeah. I remember chopping fucking ice. Oh, I was probably 16, 18. I wasn't on the ranch anymore. I was over here in the area where I live now, working for a farmer, and I don't remember how cold it was. I just know it was below zero, and I was out chopping ice on those because we didn't have the good Ritchie waterers in the little feedlot that we had. So I was out breaking ice while Dad was feeding, and Jesus Christ, by the time I got done breaking ice on all them little bastards, and and it's still not a very big tank, and then I corn stalks, but I remember I couldn't let go of my fucking axe. I had to carry the fucking axe with me into the office so I could fucking warm up enough to get the goddamn ice to melt off my fucking gloves to let go of the son of a bitch. I mean, so yeah, I don't miss that shit at all. I mean, I live here still. I still got to put up with it, but I don't miss the part of having to be around that livestock part of it in the wintertime. Now, mind you, I do miss moving cows and horseback riding and the calves in the spring when they're out running around bucking and full of piss and vinegar. And spring, it doesn't even in the summer, even on a farm, it's still my favorite time of year when things are turning green and the birds are coming back and things are chirping and the calves are out there farting around, that kind of stuff. But I miss that part of it, and brandings and all the good food and that kind of stuff. And I miss living in the sand hills. I miss being able to ride on top of a hill and you can see for fucking miles, and there ain't anybody around other than maybe some other knothead on a hill somewhere 5-10 miles away doing the same thing. And every now and then you could hear a train whistle that was 50 fucking miles away. I mean, but you sure as a fuck didn't see a bunch of idiot people in cars and shit running around. So that part of the sand hills I miss. I miss the fishing too. There's all kinds of little lakes in the sand hills that people don't know about that got really good fishing because the idiots from Colorado haven't come up there and ruined them yet because they don't know how to get to them. Because we got a great big lake here in Nebraska. It's called Lake McConaughey. And you won't find very many Nebraskans go there anymore because Colorado's freaking overrun that lake. Everybody from Colorado goes up there and they're a bunch of rude, about 95% of them are a bunch of rude fucking assholes that think they own it. So Matt, are you staying up late there, buddy? Or I see you got a swather or swathing over there for you.
Yeah, I'm just about ready though.
I was gonna say you're on here a little bit longer than you thought you were gonna be, so I hadn't seen you leave. Hadn't seen you leave or say much yet.
Yeah. I was just listening and trying to get my one field harvested and get my stuff put away. And
now, I don't know if
I think I've got a color at night though.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get my harvesting contract even kicked off. I do know that I'm only gonna run 2 combines on it over here. Not much sense in running a bunch of combines in a smaller field. And it's probably about the last harvest contract I think I'm going to do. But Morris and I talked about, and we decided not to. We're talking about tonight just doing a multi-collaboration type of harvesting contract, and that was talking about that last night while you were off bowling. I thought, well, let's wait for Matt and see if he wants to get involved, and then
that'd be cool.
And then,
that'd have been fun.
But we've even changed our mind from that. Even I think Thursday night, which whomever might be still watching, if there's I actually still got 4 people watching. They stuck through my technical difficulties. Cool. Anyway, with that, everybody. Matt, welcome Matt to the stream server. He's finally he so far the only one that's jumped through the hoops and actually reached out to us on our Discord and said, "Hey, I'd be interested in playing on your server." We still got one for sure, maybe two places open on the server. And as of today, we actually added another server. So we're going to kind of be flopping between, and that's what we're kind of getting at here also, Matt. We're going to Thursday, so that means tomorrow when I get out to work tomorrow, it's not going to be another rest day. I got a bunch of shit I got to do because I had to get the other server up and going. We're gonna we're gonna we're gonna put Spring Creek, that 36 times map, on the other server because we talked about I talked about just running one server and then just doing a change of save game, and all you got to do is use the same mods, which we're still going to use the same mods. That way, it's just easier for everybody to
go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, you still might want two mods folders. You know, you might want a Huron one, and you might want to use a Spring Creek one, but because the only difference is going to be is your map, and you don't really need two big maps in one folder, but you can do that. But for me to keep,
I would probably
for
just
me
have them separate.
For me to keep mods straight, it'll be a lot easier for. If I upgrade a mod on one, I'll upgrade it on the other. That type of thing. So.
Right.
I started tonight because Morris got that server going today. So I started tonight uploading some mods. Or crossed over to that server. So that's what's going on Thursday. Thursday night stream is probably still going to be a server stream, but it's going to be all of us kind of getting started on Spring Creek. With that said, if there is somebody that's watching that would like to become the second person to join, like we've been wanting to get, we got one. We want another for sure. Coming up, it'd be a good time to do her because that way we could. That's kind of what we were thinking is we was going to get everybody started at about the same time on that other server. That way, like us, Morris and I have played on this server for a year, which hasn't been a solid year. We're a little bigger than you because we've gotten more time involved, so you're a little behind the gun as far as that. So that's kind of part of what we were thinking about that other deals, where we could kind of get started about the same. And it's a lot bigger map. I mean, this is a 16 times map, and that's a 36 times map. So room to grow is definitely going to be there. Definitely, from what I can see on, even like I was showing on single player the other day, harvest contracts and stuff. There's definitely money to be made on contracts, even with using the mod for the real life commodity prices. It don't affect the contracts as much because like contracts, if you look at our contracts, we're still got good paying contracts on here.
Right.
Cultivating one for $59,000 for 112 acres, $49,000 for 93 acres. And that one, like here we got harvesting field 14, which was one of the fields that we talked about doing. That's $69,000. It's a 153 acre field, and there's some fields on that Spring Creek that are bigger than that, and smaller than that, mind you. There's all sizes on that, but there's more to choose from that are probably around that 200 acre mark, and they can be bigger because that, like I said, that map needs a bunch of adjusting done to with making fields because they didn't do a very good job following the Google Earth map with it.
Got ya.
But anyway, that's what the plan for Thursday is. And hopefully we can get everything going tomorrow night. That's probably what I'll be doing tomorrow night. I'll probably still be in Discord at some point tomorrow night. I'll probably be working on getting that going. So of course you're still welcome to get on this server and play. Just because I'm not playing or Morris isn't playing, that doesn't mean anything.
Okay. Yeah, I probably will some. Yeah.
And then like I said, don't be scared about getting on and starting a server. I'll go over that with you tomorrow too. I'll
Okay.
probably go ahead and leave the server on tonight because I did shut it off last night. I think Morris started it today when he did the add when he
Oh,
added.
got ya. Yep.
I got distracted there, like normal. Okay, create job, course play, open. 2 headlands and 2 tools. Clockwise, sharp, say 5%, and we want
All right.
lands. Let's go 3. It's not a very big field. Generate field workhorse, see what it is. But yeah, I'll go over that with you tomorrow night. It's not as much to worry about, really, as much as you might think.
Okay.
Because you already felt somewhat familiar with what it looks like when you go into it to load your mods.
Right.
It's just there's a front page, and what it does is it shows you all the settings and it shows you the passwords and that kind of stuff. Um, and then it shows you the active mods. So if you ever have a problem with a mod, this is a good thing. I'll show you that too. Something's going wrong, and you think you figured out what mod's doing it, and we're not either one of us aren't around. You can go in and deactivate the mod or whatever, and just leave it deactivated. But
Oh, okay.
on that front page, as soon as you load in, there's a deal. You'll be able to see it right away where there's a spot that says stop and restart, or if it's already off, it'll show start. You just click that start button, and it'll start the server.
Got ya. All right.
Generate course, close course. What do we got down here? Well, it's going to even do it at a kind of a slight angle like you're supposed to do soybeans. I guess we'll just fucking leave it. How about that shit?
Mhm.
Copy. And you are going to be left, first waypoint. And, oh, these guys in their red shit. uh, anyway.
Gotta love the
Cheap
red stuff.
sale prices.
Yeah, speaking of which, I need to do that quick here after I get this combine set up. Right. First waypoint.
There was actually a nice big stagger in the other sale price I was going to buy, but
Need to see if the damn thing is populated right. If that's something I got to do yet
it's
tonight.
not.
It's not.
No, it never did.
Okay, it's done that
It
before.
stayed.
I've had to go in and download the save game and delete the goddamn thing and re-add it so it refreshes the population when it loads. Sometime and
Well, there's a
tonight where we did the hard restart, it probably screwed it up. Luckily, that's all it screwed up.
Right.
there's a 90/20 in here, Toby.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
If you
90.
need another big tractor, I ain't gonna buy it. I don't run that green crap.
Oh. No, I probably won't get that either. It's all.
There's also a pickup on sale if you need a pickup, Matt.
He already got one, remember?
Yeah. Oh, I got the green Ford. I even put a paint job on her.
Oh, that's right. You did get the green Ford. I forgot about
Oh, yeah,
that. We were talking about
she
that on
looks good
stream
now.
Sunday.
Right. Yeah, she just was a little rough on the paint, but she looks good now.
Good deal.
Okay. I do believe
I finally got my stream back up and running.
Well, that's good.
Well, yeah, that's great. So, what did you figure out what the problem with it is?
Oh, I knew what it was. I had to unplug my monitor was acting up. I had to unplug my monitor and replug my monitor in. What screwed up my Windows when I did that.
Oh,
So to close farm sim, well, farm sim did some weird stuff,
Crooked
so I had to
Creek
close farm
Co-op.
sim anyways and reload farm sim.
So,
Ay, ay, ay. Green, they said.
Hey, we're doing better tonight than
It'll be
Sunday. I've
fun,
only
they
had to
said.
F4 farm sim
That's
one time
true.
tonight
That's true.
well, that's
versus
positive.
3 times Sunday.
Well, I'm doing okay because I didn't totally have a black screen. I mean, even though my intermesh and be right back thing was screwing things up, I managed to get that fixed without having to totally start over. Thank God. All right.
Yeah.
So you need to pick it up from field 188. 188. And you need to take it to Crooked Creek. Sale point. Yeah, Crooked Creek Co-op sell point. And we are doing soybeans. There you go. Really? You're gonna...
Well, all right, fellers. I'm going to get off of here. And
Alrighty, Matt. Well,
thanks for having me. And
you
have
bet.
a good one.
Matt.
We'll
Thanks
talk
for...
to you probably tomorrow or something.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
Good night.
Talk to you later.
Yep. Later.
That reminds me, I'm gonna have to give him shit now about being a Dodge guy.
Dodges are they're rough. I'm a Chevy guy.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed Dodge is kind of the red-headed whipping post between the Ford and the Dodge guys, or the Ford and the Chevy guys? It's kind of like most of the
It's
time,
the redheaded stepchild.
a Ford guy won't piss on the best part of a Chevy, and a Chevy guy won't piss on the best part of a Ford, and they'll both tolerate a Dodge. Then, I mean, you do have the few guys that are, the die-hard Dodge guys too, but
I drove a Dodge for work back when I was ranching in Kansas. I think within the time I was working there, we put 2 transmissions in it.
yeah, if that's an automatic, they don't have very. They're automatic. That 747 torque flight's not. It's not that great of a transmission.
No, the boss was smart when he bought his new pickup. He got the ACE transmission in it.
So, Crooked Creek, soybeans. And come the fuck on. Wonder what's been. I haven't seen Keith around hardly at all.
Yeah.
No, there, Hodge. Sorry, I missed your comment. No, not. We're not doing anything real big on. As far as harvest tonight, all of my harvest stuff's done, and I here. I'll bring up the map quick. I done this. What field did I do? 158 or 156? 158. No, 102. I did this field over here, 102. So This 188 was ready for harvest, and it's just a little one. So as far as what's ready for harvest, not much is left. I got all my stuff done. You know,
I'm in the same
I
boat.
got. So I'm doing a couple cultivating contracts. I need to. I'll probably hook up the versatile or something too. I need to get another one bought actually. I need to get another anhydrous bar and hydrous, put some anhydrous down on 211 up here. But as far as harvest contracts, there's not too many left. You know, we just started this third week in November. There's a few, but they're not real huge necessarily. Looks like um, Matt got this stuff over here in the corner bought, and he's got some harvest stuff over there he needs to get done, get caught up with. So if anything, I don't want to back that far out. If anything, we might go help. Might help him if he don't really have that many that need to be done harvested really. He's got 2 fields there, which I might go back over to 34 and 35 because I easy devved them things dead because of that guy that was supposedly going to be playing a year ago that never did and had that corner bought. So I might go put something back in them. But otherwise, Morris gets this field done up here. He's working on that's field 4, which is a pretty good sized one.
I have 5 and 17 to do still.
And you took a contract on 5 and 17. Okay.
Yeah.
But I played there for 2 weeks when no one was around much, and I caught quite a few contracts down in my neck of the woods down in here. So I probably like these combines get done with these soybeans, they'll probably get cleaned up, put in the shed, or get put in front of the shed, get ready to get cleaned up in case we go hop over and help Matt out a little bit. Otherwise, no. No big contract here. We'd thought about doing easy dev controls and
stupid idiot.
planting this field 160 to like soybeans or something, and doing a everybody harvest the thing. But that got put on the back burner. Right? We're gonna, instead of doing that for sure right now, we're gonna get started on Spring Creek, I think, on Thursday. So, and there's plenty of big fields in that map that we can do that on too. So,
remember those combines I refueled last night?
yeah, are they fucking out already?
One of them's already out of fuel.
Is it one of them that's one of them? Is it the other one that you didn't do last night?
I refilled all of that didn't need refueled last night. Yeah. It's the one that didn't need refueled last night. I don't know how he went so much longer on a tank of fuel than the other 2.
They're all 3. You got 3. You got all 3.
Yep, identical mod and combines.
Are they? They're all 8250s, right?
Yep.
See, and I redid all that shit. Like I said last night when we were talking about it, and you ran out. I actually in the XML they're supposed to be using less fuel than the fucking John Deeres are, and I can get 2 fields out of a John Deere. I did field 102, and what the hell other field did I do? There's one over in this area somewhere. I did 3 fields. I take that back. I did 102 and where's that funny shaped son of a bitch at? They're right next to each other. Ah, there it is. I did 102 over here, which was right before the one I'm doing now. But I did 168 and 171. Did 168, 171, 102, and when I finished 102 the other night, I fueled everything up before I left 102 and come over to 188.
You know, we're back to having to haul so much in on contracts.
Well, I changed that.
Got rid of the better contracts mod.
No, we didn't. It's back in here.
Oh, I'm not logged in as an admin again. That's the issue. I had to...
Right now it's set on. That's goofed up. Baling contract's supposed to be 86. Delivery for harvest contracts 88%, and delivery for baling contracts is 86%.
It's weird because I am getting basically all of this is going to have to be hauled in to fill the contract.
Oh, you didn't do the trick, remember?
What?
The easy dev trick. You didn't go into. I should have done that. The PF trick with precision farming still fucks things up, remember? And you got to deal to do
I
the
don't remember.
you got to do the tilty thing, and go PF capital U uncover cover field capital field together space. That's 4, right? 4.
Yeah.
Enter, and then you need to go PF lowercase capital P pre pair capital F field 4. And what that does is that forces that ground to be fully fertilized, and the soil sample been taken for that field.
Ah.
So what it's supposed to do. Why didn't you son of a bitch? Oh, I must have put it in wrong. PF prepare, or is prepare one word? Yeah. Oh, I spelt field wrong. Stupid.
Where?
FIELD 4. Enter. There. Now that it's too fucking late, you're supposed to do that right away. Otherwise, it fucks up the yields.
Where are all of my trucks?
That's the bad thing about. And I'll answer your question here in a second, Hodge. I seen it, and then Morris was talking to me. Sorry, buddy. But anyway, don't you remember how that screws up? The only bad thing about doing missions and running with precision farming, it screws up the yield potential thing.
Yeah.
Because precision farming, or because contracts is thinking it's doing the standard, standard in-game. I don't know. I don't even know if the contracts thinks it's going to be a standard in-game full fertilized. I don't know if it goes by that or if it goes by what it should be if it's not fertilized. But anyway, that's the problem. With using precision farming, it screws up the yield potential because the in-game NPC farmers don't. Their yield potential is way off. And so you got to use the tilty command thing, and basically you're cheating in a way, but you're forcing the computer to make the map show to have full potential on. What a stupid ass fucking place to stop, dumbass.
Don't you love it when Courseplay does that to you?
Jesus fucking Christ. And it's one of these small fields, so I don't really need it. It's like, well, I'm not really going to edit the.
I swear, Courseplay has a love-hate relationship.
It does with me, that's for goddamn sure. Hopefully I got enough off of him, he can get by that guy, and I can get up around him over here. But yeah, Hodge, I'm just doing grains, and I'm gonna eventually get into animals here, but I just haven't yet. You've missed quite a few of my streams here since I got started going. I think you've only been on one. But over there, across from where I got my fertilizer stuff, I'm going to probably put a small feedlot in there, a couple pins, maybe Club Calf, Pleasant View put out those smaller heifer barns and steer barns here right around Christmas, you know, where they only hold like 50 or something like that. They're nice little sheds. They'd be good for raising club show cows type thing. So I might put a couple of them on. But
Oh, I'm so close to getting rid of these stinking case combines.
I just know that I want to get a full year under our belts as far as.
I know I'm a red guy, but I absolutely hate this mod.
And that's after I fucking. I guess I'll have to go work on the son of a bitches again, but I don't understand why they're as bad as they are. Because I know they're not exactly what the hell they should be. I mean, because if you look at the mod, Keith and I figured it out the other night, um, and they're way the hell off on their usage per hour. They're up. If you look at the usage per hour in the mod, it shows around. Most of them are showing like 100 to 90 frickin' gallons an hour. And that's a bunch of bullshit. I know that S680, when you got good corn and you're working it a little, it's usually about 20 to 20. I think the highest I've ever seen it's spiked up to 26 gallon an hour once. And it's a fucking diesel pig. It likes its diesel, but it's not no fucking 90 and 100 gallons a frickin' hour like the way they. Because that mod before I edited it, I didn't even turn it down the first time. It was like 300 and some frickin' liters an hour. So they were way the hell off. And the John Deeres, they're floating around just above 200. And when I re-edited those the other day, a couple of weeks ago, because they were running out after you went like 3 fucking rounds, I edited them down to like their one, depending on like the 7250, I edited it so it's like 100. What I go like 170 liters an hour, which is still fucking not right. Because if you figure that out, let's see. If I go to FS22 liters, gallons, liters. So 170 liters is how many gallons? That's 44 gallons an hour, which is, I think, at least 20 gallons an hour more than it probably ought to be.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking
they're going bye-bye. I'm switching to clauses.
I'm pretty sure I was at like 170, somewhere in the 170-ish range on the 7250. The 8250 is like 180 something, and the 9250 is like 190, 192, somewhere in their liters per hour. So they're supposed to be less than the John Deere, these S680s, their 780s and stuff are. I don't know. Maybe I need, and I even looked at the fuel tanks on them. I could have swore to God I upped the fuel tank capacities. Let me go look at that too. Maybe I fucked.
You did. You upped the fuel tank.
But did I do it and then fuck up like I did with that Steiger the other day and put one extra, didn't put enough, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Oh, Robert Server. Where are they at? Because they weren't upgraded very long ago. Where are you at? Case IFS Steiger. Conveyor. Seed Hawks should be right in here. The Dakota grain trailers are supposed to be on the server. Axial flows. I did them the
They
top.
are.
I also. It's the jet. That's what I was talking about adding. Okay, so 82, 8250 XML. What's it showing for fuel usage? In case I fucked up and misput it in there. Shared. Friction scale. It's farther down. Here we go. Oh, I'm off a little. I thought I had it at like 180, but it's 200. Usage per hour at max load. It's set at 200 for diesel. And the S700s are so an S790, which is the big dog, is like 218 or some fucking thing, or 208. I mean, it's not much more, but you should have gotten more than you did. Oh, yeah. The 770 and 780 are like at 180, and the 790 is at 210. So see, the deers should be using more than yours. And what I need to look at there, I forgot. Oh, what I was looking at was fuel capacities. See, fuel capacity is 1,250 liters, which should be around 330 gallons on the S series. And on them red hunk of shits, I do not like red combines. I just despise them son of a bitches. I've had to pull a rotor or two out of one of them cantankerous motherfuckers. Not that a John Deere is any easier to pull a rotor on, mind you.
You know what's really easy to pull the rotor on?
Yep, a gleaner. You can have a rotor
Yep.
pulled in a gleaner in about 15 minutes. There ain't
Oh,
nobody else on. I know. When I was pulling wrenches, I got pretty good at it. Just drop down that side and unbolt your octagon
Stop sign.
and you took the forklift and put the forks close together and slid it all the way in that little slot. And you had a guy on the other side kind of guiding your shaft out of the gearbox, and you just pulled it out. I'm sure it's pretty similar still today because they haven't really changed that design.
I will say we plugged a rotor bad enough my first year on harvest, so we blew the stop sign off the side of the machine.
Ow! Shit! Yeah, I got the capacity on the fuel tanks for that set at 1,200. Yeah, you've plugged that fucker good. How did you guys manage that?
Soybeans.
Green stem soybeans.
Somebody running too fast.
And
Yep.
green stems, weren't they? Yeah. Yep. Green stem fucking soybeans will get you in a fucking hurt in a hurry, and it don't matter what color that son of a bitch is, they don't like them. I took out a gearbox on a 1680 right after I just learned how to combine soybeans. I was helping a friend of mine while I was living back in Seward, Nebraska area. And we was getting into the evening, and his dad had been sick, so I was trying to be the nice guy, and I like running equipment, so I was like, well, hell, I'll come run a combine for you if you want to run a grain cart for a little bit, or actually what it turned out to be, and it was that one afternoon, I says, hey, I want to learn how to run. I've never combined soybeans. I said, I've combined corn. I want to, so, well, come over here, so I did. I do believe.
Do we have follow me on the server?
Yeah, believe. Let me not. Not gonna answer that. I believe so. I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not gonna answer 100% positive on that. Because I have this folder that's called used script mods, and that's kind of what got put on here for script mods. This is everything I use.
Yeah.
And then I have another folder that's script mods for stuff that doesn't always get used. But yeah, so in most senses, that son of a bitch should be using less fuel than what my combines are using. But it sure as a fuck don't seem like that's why. Some fucking reason it ain't working out that way.
I know in real life they're fuel hogs, but it gets old.
Are they worse? Are they worse than 680s?
Oh, they burn so much fuel in real life.
Are they worse than S series?
We, my very first year on harvest, when I was running on a crew that ran cases, we had to take 800-900 gallons of fuel to the field a day to keep 2 combines running in wheat and beans.
Because I know mine, I can go 3 days, but that third day, you better be finding a goddamn fucking fuel barrel. I know I fuel it up first thing when I first get started, fill it all the way up, and then after that, through most out the harvest, I try to fill it every day. Unless I'm at the shop, then I don't necessarily. If we're at the fields right by the shop, I don't necessarily fill it every day, but I fill it every other day. But on the other part of it too, if you don't, when you get it some of it so it's closer to empty, your counterbalance for your head's not there either, and you fucking notice it.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, 'cause the
usually
fuel tank is on the back on those.
it is on a 680, yeah, or the S series anyway, and it's the same place on the X9.
See, on the gleaners, they're in the front.
Yeah, that's right, aren't they? Yeah,
They sit right above the front axle, right behind the cab on the gleaners.
right.
I should just lease 3 gleaners to finish the soybean harvest because I have small enough headers that I could right now.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm running small enough headers and sunflowers that I could just lease 3 gleaners and
Yeah,
run the gleaners.
I don't know. I'm probably not going to change up my combines just yet because I'm just now getting some of the bitches paid off a lease.
Mine are getting changed because this fueling is getting.
Oh, I get that. And that's why we put those on here anyway. We wanted those Lexians on here for that option. They're better Lexians than what we had, so.
The fueling is just getting ridiculous on these. I like the cases. I'm a big case fan, but
Yeah, see, I'm not. I probably hate a case combine worse than I do a tractor.
they are going bye-bye. We're selling both of the ones I own and canceling the lease on the third one.
But I know, like I was saying, that I try to fill up every day when I'm not at the shop because we got a small tank we put in the back of the pickup and it's about 120 gallons. And most days, if I run hard, it'll take all 120 gallons. I can run, it'll take all 120. Sometimes it's 130, 140 gallons. There's some days I don't quite get all the way full filled back up.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm coughing.
Well, Matt leaving early like this, man, makes it feels like it's fucking midnight almost, and it's only 8:15.
I know.
I mean, it's probably not as bad for you. I mean, because you guys are in the same time zone, right? Even though he's in
Yeah,
even though he's in
I'm being
Michigan.
up later, and
Well, but if
I'm
he's
kind
got
of self-employed right now, so
to be up at 2, he was telling me this afternoon when he messaged me on Discord. He was talking about how he has some days he's got to be up at 2 something another to get to work, and then some days he's got to be other days are 4 something to get to work. So that's pretty goddamn early in the morning.
yeah, I changed my mind. I think I'm gonna lease the cleaners because I can actually use them with these headers.
Well, have at her, buddy. The only reason why I don't have gleaners on my place is because the head thing
You
annoys
can't
me,
run anything bigger than a 40-foot head.
and even the 40 foot's almost taxing. So it's annoying. So it's one of them
Well, I'm
things
just
where
running those sunflower
most
heads.
likely, if Sid finally ever gets his fucking shit straight and quits fucking around with everything else and actually gets these gleaners done that he's been talking about for a year now.
I don't know though. Or do I just buy 2 Lexions and lease one to match my cases?
I don't know, buddy. That's up to you.
I want to run the gleaners, and I'm running headers that I can run the gleaners right now.
That's
Decisions.
that's your farming management decision, buddy. That kind of sucks that the fucking tractor house
The
screwed up.
gleaners are slow though, so screw that.
How slow?
19 miles an hour.
Not necessarily. Lease one and drive it and make sure, because sometimes I don't update when I don't always update the store information. When I make stuff go faster, I don't always update the store information. I don't think they go that slow. I thought they were if they go slow, it's more
They
like
go 32 miles an hour.
okay. See, that's what I mean. They're not either slow. I was pretty sure that I updated that. Yeah, I probably should be better about that when I update that kind of stuff, updating the store information too. I did remember, I did remember to update it on the heads today. On the and last night when I was doing the heads, I actually updated the speeds on those in the store information. Oh shit! Grain cart driver's getting his ass in trouble. He's loafing over here.
Oh man, never mind. Even with this small sunflower header, that is going to be a tight squeeze for that auger.
See what I said? Why do you think I'm not running some gleaners? I like gleaners, but the best gleaner that's out there right now is a motherfucker to get anything done with. You can run a 40-foot head on them, but man, they are a bitch to unload on to go with.
All right, well, we are going to the Collins custom modding 100th anniversary Lexion then.
So see, it's also why do you think I'm not running the 60-foot honeybees on my S790s?
And I can put the cat motor in that sucker.
Yeah, well, you can on the other ones too.
Oh, I know.
Them are nice for mods, but I was pretty disappointed in Sid's fucking tires that he put on those. He did not put very good dual options on them.
Yeah.
And then the whole lack of rear wheel assist, that's just weird. Because all he'd had to do for them was copy off what he was using for tires for his I guess he didn't do the S series custom and JHG did, but he did do a 70 series and a 60 series, right? Ah, shit. Hope nobody's seen that.
And there we go. 3 brand new Claws combines added to the fleet.
That's just like somebody's the other day, yesterday. I don't know if I caught it on Farm Sim News yesterday, but somebody's making a 62-foot version of the John Deere HD50 flex head. And my thought immediately went to, Well, that's fine and dandy, but why? Because it won't fucking work on anybody's S-Series combines that are out right now. And if I remember correctly, the X9's auger isn't a hell of a lot longer. Because if I could, I'd be running the 60-foot honeybees, even if I had to drive the son of a bitch to every field. But you can, but it's like those gleaners with 40-footers on there. It's a motherfucker to unload on the go. You about can't even unload with them stopped almost. Oh, perfect fucking timing to save, server. As I'm pulling up along the side of my truck. Thankfully, I didn't biff it. Oh, that is a triple hopper load king I'm using on this one. Don't probably really need to be. Oh, son of a bitch. You know what I did? I did the same fucking thing you did.
What's that?
I fixed your field for you, but I forgot to do it for the field I'm working on now, and I'm about done with it.
I need to do it for the next field I'm going to. And I don't know how to do it.
Are you watching my stream quick?
Yeah, but I can't see it.
It's too small. I don't know which is better to see if I get the map clear out of the way so it's got black behind it or not.
I can see it now.
See what you do? PF lowercase capital U uncover and then capital F field is all together, and then you put that in a space and then the number of the field you're going to work on. That uncovers it, so basically that give it the how would I put it? It uncovers the field, giving it the illusion that the NPC farmer has done the soil sampling on it. And as soon as you do that, then you do PF lowercase capital P prepare field, and the field needs to be capitalized, all one word again, and then space 188. And what that does is it puts the uh, lime and fertilizer to optimal levels for whatever that field's calling for, without actually having to go out there and take soil samples yourself. And yeah, I forgot all about that. And I'm sitting here, I fixed that one of yours, and I'm just getting started on this one, and I don't know why the fuck I'm like, oh duh. As I was thinking to myself, well, fuck, I don't know if I want to fill this triple hopper, because then he'll fucking go empty, and I won't have anything going back to my grain bin for the little bit that I'm supposed to get off of doing this contract. And then I had to think, oh shit, I'm about done with the contract, and I probably won't get anything anyway. Which I need to go look at like right now and see where we're at on the contract. Yeah, son of a bitch. Only 54% on the delivery. It's already done fucked up on it. So that's when you go over to the truck, you get in the truck, you go Control P, Easy Dev Control, click on the vehicle, and we're doing soybeans. Fill unit, fill, back. that is one thing that does kind of torque me off about Giants and how they did the next the 22's precision farming, because I won't play without it, but yet it's like they should have figured, and there's not ever been a fix or an update to precision farming. The update that we're using right now, the anhydrous part of it, was a third-party modder that did it, that added the anhydrous. They didn't, but nobody's fixed the issue where your bushels are off, your yields are off. Although I need to look at that harvest missions contract thing again and think, because I almost wondered if that's what that was supposed to do. Because contract helper, that's the one that fixes the problem where if I'm on your farm and you're on my, that problem we were having with all that bullshit, that's what fixes that.
Yes.
It seems to me like that mission contract fix was supposed to fix the whole screw up between, supposed to, I think, but it's conflicting with better contracts, so.
So what we actually did is I have 3 different combines. Like a regular farm would more typically be, instead of having all 3 brand new combines.
True. That's just like our farm. I should probably really be running like a 9870 and a 680 or a 690 and a 790 instead of 270. I think I got 27. Are all 3 of mine 790s? So why the fuck aren't you unloading me, son of a bitch?
I have all the Claws Lexions, but I have 3 different ones, like a
Right,
farm that's, upgrading over time.
right. That's why I know what you were saying.
Instead of all 3 identical combines.
Right. I mean, that'd be like, so I was saying, I should be running like a 9870 and a 680 and a 790 instead of all. I think I got 2 790s. I think that other one's a 690. I can't remember if it's a 690 or not. The one that's got the duals on it. Because believe it or not, the the S series is actually 10 years old now. Doesn't seem like it should be, but it is. So these two are 790s. But my thought there too is if you're going to lease a combine and not buy it, you're not going to lease, very seldom you're going to lease an old one.
That's true. And I probably should have done that in my game. And bought the older one and leased the newer one. And
I don't
still
know.
do that.
I just wish they had the leasing thing so it was actually right. It'd be a lot more feasible to lease everything and do it. Because if you ain't careful, you can spend a lot of bucks every month in fucking leasing costs. The way they got it set up now.
That you can.
Oh, look, a server save. So, I guess when we get off of here, after I get this done, I figure out why that stupid that neon thing was changing the fucking size of shit.
Yeah, that's weird.
Very weird. Especially where, I mean, I get it at first because I had that size wrong, kinda. See, and I don't remember what we had that set up before it deleted the goddamn capture thing.
Yeah.
Ah, hey, Ninja shows up at the latter part of the evening. How's Ninja this evening? Suppose I ought to go let my cat in. She's been scratching at the door for the last hour. She's probably madder than hell at me. She's been outside for 3 or 4 hours. But she ain't been over here meowing in my ear. I'll be right back.
All right.
Alright, I'm back. I even remembered to unmute my mic.
That's impressive for you.
Yeah, no hour-long streams.
I can't give you crap though. Not after I just did it earlier today. Did the whole intro and everything with my mic muted and got like 15 minutes into stream take 2 and realized, my mic's muted.
Well, and I've had mine muted on my first intro deal, introducing you and Matt. But I had it. This is because I wasn't used to unmuting it off of Streamlabs, and we were having issues, trying to figure things out there too. So that was the issue with that. Yeah, I got all done, and I looked over there, and everything was still muted, and I went, "Well, that was a nice introduction for nothing other than I guess I heard it on your stream." I know one thing. I've decided. I hope the contracts work just a little bit better on Spring Creek than they are on this map. Because even with better contracts and the way we got things set, I have been noticing that like plowing and cultivating, and didn't we add the lime contracts on here too?
Yeah.
When you think about it, there hasn't been a hell of a lot of liming and fertilizing contracts, and there hasn't been. I've been noticing, looking at the map, because I've done a couple plowing contracts and a couple cultivating contracts, and you've done a couple, but not a whole lot. But if you look at the map, there's a lot of fields have been fucking cultivated already and plowed from stuff that have been. I mean, some of that I did with easy dev control, trying to get rid of some grass. But most of the stuff I was doing earlier, a couple weeks ago when you were gone there for a little bit, I went through and I did harvested states on stuff. I didn't do plow or cultivated. That way there would be some more cultivating and plowing contracts. But if you look at the map right now on the cultivated part, there's a shitload of stuff that's been fucking plowed and cultivated between the purple and the light blue. And I goddamn well know I didn't do all of them, and you damn sure didn't.
Let's enter. So,
So that means that the fucking NPCs are still doing it themselves. Which that's fine. I don't mind if a few of them do it, but not. That seems to be more than what should be the way we got things set up. Because if you look at our contract settings, not only do we have lazy farmers activate on, we also have each one of the deals activated, so it's even worse yet.
yeah.
It's supposed to be. I don't know. There's a part of me that I still think some of the goof things that happened on here is the map, not necessarily.
No. Okay.
All right. Harvest is fucking completed, so that means.
Farm sim is dying over here.
Oh. All right, buddy. You need to haul that to mine. To mine. Haul it to my grain bins. Grain bin unload. Need to go over here. What do we have soybeans at? 13. That's for.
Yeah. Seeing the way Farm Sim's acting, I am probably just going to
Call it a
end my
stream.
stream. I hit my 2-hour mark.
Yep, we're going on. See, we started at 6. So yeah, we're almost 15 minutes away from 3 hours, even though the first half an hour was pretty much a faux pas.
Well, I'm at 2 hours since I restarted take 2 of my stream.
And then
2
I
hours
had
and
the
11 minutes.
intermission fucking around trying to figure out what was wrong with the resolution
Yeah.
size.
So I'm going to mute Discord real quick and do my thing.
Okie dokie. Oh, 4 people watching. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Just finishing up our last harvesting contract that I'm probably going to do on this server for tonight, or probably for the season. There's a couple left, but where Morris was AFK for a couple weeks and Matt's just getting started, I probably not going to do anymore. But what I do need to do is I need to go over and I need to plant a couple fields of Matt's that were owned by somebody else until he started playing, and I changed them so they were different fields. So they were different. God damn it. Let's go to maps here. Go over to crop types. He's got one field of sunflowers. He's got 2 little fields of soybeans that need to be harvested. November. What's supposed to be harvested in November? I guess I could give him some corn. Probably be good to give him some corn in case he wants to. Would like to do a few head of cows. That's what we'll do. What else is there? Corn, sunflowers, soybeans, potato, sugar beets, and cotton. And that's it. Really wish this map would have had at least had alfalfa on it.
Yeah. I do too. I wish it had alfalfa. I love doing alfalfa.
Well, it still might. I'm not still completely done with the idea of adding fruit types. I just gotta revisit working on it. Too many
Yeah.
irons, too many things going on in my mind and in the fire right now of things to do. Because if I do, Redfield or Spring Creek and Red River will probably get edited too. Matter of fact, and this one will get edited, and if I get edited with the crop types off of Spring Creek and Red River. What do we want to plant? Suppose we could put 34 into corn for him and 35 into soybeans. That's probably what we'll do. So, fruits. Are you have any objections to doing that?
I don't.
Okay. I didn't figure you probably did. Corn. Ready to harvest. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know why I do these settings because it doesn't do a fucking thing with. The fucking hell did you do, you son of a bitch? Why didn't you plant? Field 34. Field 34. Ready to harvest corn. Confirm. That's new.
What?
Easy Dev isn't wanting to fucking plant the son of a bitch. Let's go over to this field and see if it actually changes the soybeans over like it's supposed to. Oh, I know why. 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 Because even though I do have admin privilege, I have to leave my farm. And I have to join his farm. And then being I do have admin privileges, I can promote myself to farm manager. Back now. If I use easy dev control, it should work. If I go, I need soybeans though. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. I forgot you actually have to be part of their farm when you're doing it on ground that's owned by them.
I see.
Where if you're doing it to ground that's NPC owned, you don't have to be if as long as you're logged in as admin. Well, you have to be because dev controls don't work unless you're admin anyway. There we go. Now I can escape out of that. Leave his farm. Yes. Go back to my farm. And promote myself to farm manager. There we go. And then I also suppose will be nice. It would be nice this go around and let's see. He must have already done soil sampling at least. Damn it, excuse me. Well, I think I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes or so, and I'm gonna call it a stream myself. Map selection. And pending what? You can go home for now. Oh no. Yeah, I'm down to one viewer. Good to see.
Yeah.
Good to see Hodge. I hadn't seen him. Oh, what the hell's going on with Keith? I ain't seen him for a while. Last I seen Keith actually was.
I don't know where he is.
Last I'd seen Keith actually was a week ago Saturday. He was on Rabbit Rob's stream. Anybody streaming? Was anybody streaming tonight besides us?
Clutch is streaming.
Oh yay.
I know you don't like that topic very much.
No, but I was just curious who was streaming. I mean, he's getting kind of late for him to be streaming too. But then again, I think he's Pacific time. I think he lives in more the western part of Canada. Listen, dumb shit. I told you to go do something. You just as well take off and go to. Gee, you don't really need any fuel.
I'm gonna hop out of Farm Sim because it's about my bedtime anyways.
Okay.
And my frame rates have gone stupid for some reason. So I can barely play anyways.
Well, I'm going to be out of here not too long anyway. And get everything moved back to the shop. And then I am going to bid everybody farewell and see if I can figure out that stupid neon thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
The one thing that you probably won't be able to use on those Lexians that I noticed is the bushels plus thing. Not that that's not that that's a dire thing, because that's only set at like 15% increase in yield. I think is what I got it set at. The original mod's like 10%, which is still adds up, mind you, but And the reason why is because it does attach, but it attaches to the trailer hitch. It doesn't have attach point for it separate. So if you're going to use it, you won't be able to hook up to header trailers, I don't think. But
I
then
see.
again, you talked about doing 2 with 60 footers with honeybees anyway, didn't you? If you go that route, it wouldn't matter anyway because you're not going to be able to pull them with the combine anyhow.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bushel Plus works on them. It just it doesn't have a separate attacher joint. It attaches to the hitch, unlike the cases in the John Deeres
Yeah.
and even the New Hollands. I think. I don't remember. Don't remember. Oh, I went from 1 to 3. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Just about time for me to. No, I don't want to unfold. I want to back up and hook up to the trailer. There we go. There's a prompt. About ready to call her quits for the night. It's been an okay stream. It was pretty rough at the beginning, even though we all had grand plans. And then, of course, we thought everything was going hunky-dory fine. All to find out that it really wasn't going hunky-dory fine. I thought I would be smart and downloaded, or didn't really download, added some neon widget type things for intermission, be right back, stream starting soon, stream ending, type thing. Because I could put the stream ending thing up and still be in chat and chat with everybody for a little bit instead of just looking at equipment. Or the intermission. The bigger one I was wanting more than anything was the stream will be starting soon. Not that I'm going to be one of them guys that puts it up for a 10-minute countdown. I'm just, like a couple minutes before or a minute before. And an intermission
Or
will
like
be right,
tonight when we were having.
or a be right back thing as more than anything what I wanted. So if I wanted to go to the bathroom, something is going on, I gotta. Or like the other night when I was tabbing between reloading different maps, which I thought about doing tonight. I thought about logging off of the server and then loading into a map I found last night that I might use. I'm really seriously thinking about doing a single player series on Missouri River Bottoms map, and he's got pivots on it. But that was what I was after more than anything. So you could put that be right back or an intermission type thing up so people aren't seeing a black screen. Well, when I did that, it screwed up my capture thing, so I had to redo the capture thing for the game. And when I did that, then I was getting capture fine, but it was the wrong size. It wasn't showing. It was showing just a post box part of it. It wasn't showing the whole screen. As soon as I deleted it, the whole screen started working. So anyhow, technical growing pains and learning how to use shit that you're not sure how to use. Alright, you need to go back to the shop. And you need to go back to the shop. And tomorrow night probably won't get the single player thing recorded either. Because tomorrow night I got to work on the new server, getting mods added to the new server. What I can do is I can download the save game that I have on this server And I can use that part for having at least the farms all set up. Couldn't I? Wonder how that would work. I can try it. And then I also got to stop this server for a little bit, download the fucking save game, kill the sales thing, and re-add the save. Because the sales are fucked up when it didn't want to do its hard restart early, right before the stream. Another reason why we're a little bit late, because we were all in here and everything was working hunky-dory fine, and Matt couldn't tab between his vehicles, so we thought, oh, it's a half an hour before we need to start. Everybody got off the server, and we did a stop the server, and then we also did a hard restart on the actual server itself, not just farm sim front side of it. Well, we did that, and
Did I leave all my combines running?
it appears to be that way.
Oops. I wasn't able to do anything at the time I hopped off the server. I couldn't even walk around.
You were complaining about them internationals using all that fuel. Well, buddy,
I bet my tractor and my trucks are running too.
I don't know. I can't tap into them because they're not new. So anyway, as I was saying, we thought we'd, no problem, because usually you can get all that done in about 2-3 minutes and have everything booted back up and going, and well, fuck no, hell, we wouldn't want that to happen. No, it took us fucking 20 minutes to get the goddamn the main server to kick off and go again. It was being a real bitch. I don't know what his problem was, actually. We finally got it turned back on and going, what, about 5 minutes before our streams were supposed to start, so we're all flustered and pissed off about it by that point, and that just of course, just made things worse. You know how that shit is. Come on, server, save. Alright. So it's been quite the interesting evening. You're trying to do things to make your channel better and your streams a little bit better, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. And I know all them other guys have had those kind of issues too. I know some of them even have issues once in a while when everything's like Kadurk. Pretty decent. Like to think I'm pretty decent friends with Kadurk, and actually picked his brain a little bit a couple nights ago about how, because they're running Spring Creek on one of their members only servers, and he said it's running okay on there, and he hadn't done any editing or anything to it, so that I know of, and he thought there's two versions of Spring Creek. There's a regular version, and then there's the modified version that's got a few added fruit types to it, and that's the version we're going to use. So I can't imagine a few added fruit types going to make it run much different on a server. And he said it's ran better than the last, I don't know how long they've used it on his members only server than when he had the Huron on his members only. So that's a positive report. And he was even kind enough that he shared their auto drive with me. So I have an auto drive for it, but I'm hoping that theirs is a little bit better. Won't take quite as much editing as ours will. So I'm going to be busy body tomorrow night, or even a little bit tonight after I get done with the stream here. And I see Hodge is back in here. But we'll wait here a minute or two and let my combines, which ought to be pretty quick. Oh, they decided to take the long goddamn route. There they are. And these guys are going to stay here because I might pick up a couple more cultivating contracts. I think there's a few. There's a few contracts left. Yeah, there's a few cultivating ones. 193, 171, might do them or something. But most of the other contracts that are left, I'm going to let Morris and Matt have them because I was doing contracts when they were AFK, and of course Matt wasn't on here just yet, so I'll give him a chance to build up a little bit of money, and especially Matt. And what do we have? What do we have in the grain bins for stuff now? Corn dryer. Corn has not changed. The only thing that changed would be soybeans. We are now up to 100 and no, I wish 100. 37,367 bushels. In all reality, that's not that much. Farm sim standards, it is, but corn dried, it's actually dried. Just under 50,000 bushels. And by farm sim standards also, that's a lot. By real life standards, that's not. But then again, I didn't raise 1,600 acres of corn this year, so it might be. Because I think this year we put in real life, we put in, let's see, each one of our grain bins is like 20, I want to say 27, 26,000 bushels. And we got 7 of them, and I think we filled 5.5. So if you figure 25, 5 times 25 is 125,000 bushel. And so you figure another 5 at 1,000 more bushel just for easy figure, and that's 130,000 bushels. So we probably put about 132, 130 some thousand bushel in the grain bins this year. And that wasn't harvesting a full 1,600 acres because we had 300 and some acres of corn get hailed completely out, and then we had some other acres that was hailed on, so the yield was fucking horrible. And then we also had some weed pressure problems. We have this thing called Palmer amaranth, and it is getting to be a fucking pain in our ass. It is a offshoot of a pigweed that is fucking resistant. Roundup won't touch it, won't do nothing to it. And if it's young enough, it will ding it. If it's like with a couple trifoliates, and you'll think it's dead. And I ain't kidding you. You'll go out there and that plant looks like it's fucking dead. You'll come back if it gets a rain, and 2 weeks later, and I kid you not, there'll be new little green leaves coming up between the stem and where that old dead leaf's at. And you can't kill that shit. So we had a little bit of that pressure. And they've been fighting with trying to get different chemicals this year, last couple of years to try to find it. And one of the ones that we were going to use, we got it too late because you're supposed to have it on by V4 or V5 or some goddamn thing. Maybe it was V6, and I think we were right at about V5, and we didn't think we were going to get it on in time, so we didn't want to hurt the corn. And that was, what the hell is the name of that stuff? Trivolt, some fucking thing. So we didn't get that put on a couple of them. Well, I wish we would because it's got really good results on corn, on controlling Palmer amaranth. But we didn't get her done, so I think this year I kind of chewed the boss's ass out, and I told him, I said, you got to quit fucking with this shit. You got to get on top of it. Because all that does is ends up making a weed that much more chemical resistant if you don't get on it. Just fucking, and you got to put full rage. You got to be on top of when you're supposed to put it on. You got to do it. that's part of why we have some weeds that are now Roundup resistant. We are starting to get kochia around here that's Roundup resistant also. And part of what happened there is the years that the farmers went, oh, I can put a half rate on that, it'll be fine. Well, they put a half rate on it, it don't quite kill it and totally control it. And all you're doing is letting Mother Nature do its own GMO, modified in itself, and now you have a Roundup resistant weed. On top of Roundup's actually been around quite a while. Roundup kind of started getting, I don't know exactly when Roundup came out. Do you know, Morris?
When Roundup came out, I do not know.
But I know for sure by the late 80s, it was, I'm pretty sure by the late 80s, early 90s, that's when you were starting to see Roundup Ready beans and corn. And my boss did tell me that actually Roundup Ready corn was out before Roundup Ready beans, and I thought it was the other way around. But either way, I'm pretty sure, it's 2024, a good 30 years Roundup, and I'm sure it was come out in the 80s. I'm pretty sure it's been out since the 80s.
Let me Google it. 1974.
No shit. Wow.
Is when glyphosate was brought to the market.
A lot longer than I thought. Hell, odds were both wrong. I was thinking the 80s. But, you know how new chemicals are, and especially in the 70s, there was a lot of people that weren't. And that was back when you could get some really good shit. Back then when shit really killed shit. And people didn't care if you grew a third eye. you know.
Well, that was back in the days of dicambo being used everywhere.
Well, I'm Agent Orange and that kind of shit. Look what that stuff did.
2,4-D, back when 2,4-D was actually good.
Yeah, but even then, 2,4-D didn't hurt you. Still don't. We still use 2,4-D. No. Only we use the amine. 2,4-D amine. There's two versions. Yeah. One's better than the other. And I can't remember the fucking difference.
We always used ether 2,4-D.
Yeah, see, we use amine, which is, I think, the better version. Yeah, you're right, Hodge. Tin pails and 150-gallon tanks, on a pull-type sprayer that had 40-foot booms, and on open cab tractors. But anyway, so that's one of them things that irks me about everybody and their anti-GMO stuff. I understand some of it, but the most of it's like, you people are so fucking stupid because plants have genetically modified themselves on their own throughout the times. It's a proven fact. And when we genetically modify something, it's to better our farming practices, but they don't think it is. So I'd like to see a certified organic farmer try to battle some of these weeds. I know there's some farmers around here that tried that organic shit, and they're no longer doing it. They went back to commercial farming because they couldn't do it. But anyway, I mean, I applaud the guys that are doing it, and everything's working out for them. But alrighty, everything's back to the shop. We're almost 20 after 9. I do believe we probably ought to call this a stream. And so is this a 790 or a 690? Oh, it is a 790. I do have 370/90s, I guess, instead of 169. I thought I had 1690, but anyway, just specced out different tires is basically the only difference. But anyway, I think we're gonna call that a stream. Um, time says it's been since 7, so that's 3 hours and 20 minutes. When it's not really been that, because we didn't really get actually streaming until about 20 minutes after 6 anyway. And then we've had technical difficulties. But anyway, I want to thank everybody that's been in the streams tonight. Again, if there's anybody that's in here that don't know, Morris has started a channel of his own. It's called Robert's Farms and Gaming. Matter of fact, there's shows him in there in the chat. He wants to go ahead and throw up his link to his page quick. He can. He can even throw up his Discord. I forgot to mention it tonight. I've mentioned it a little bit, but didn't really just come out and mention it either, because all the bullshit that's been going on with technical difficulties. We got one guy on. Matt was on. He played with us tonight, so we did finally get one guy that went through the hoops that we wanted him to. He messaged me on Discord, and now that Morris is a little more active and has a little more channels on his Discord, somebody could message on Morris's Discord also, saying, "Hey, this is so and so. I'm interested in playing on your server." So, well, just give us a little background about yourself. You know, how old you are, what you like to do, how long you've been playing Farm Sim. You know, if you've been playing it for 15 days, if you've been playing it for, I couldn't believe how many hours. Matt's got like 3,000 hours in on Farm Sim 19. I'm like, holy shit. He's like, well, that's all I do. I go to work, come home, and do a few things, and I like playing Farm Sim. Well, that's fine. And if I look now, I'm probably about 2,000 hours. I was pretty close last time I looked. And that's more than I've played on all the others. It's gradually gotten more and more. But, you know, like the first two, between 15 and 17, we was only going 2 years before we got a new version. So it wasn't until 19 to 22 that we went 3 years, which we're coming up on. Yeah, we ought to start getting a few leaks and some hints about what's coming up for our next version of Farm Sim. And we should be we should be doing that. But anyway, to get not too off our subject here, there's still a couple positions opening. I know there for sure is one, but there might be another one yet. Got a player that's not playing like he should be. So as far as requirements, we're not going to put too many stipulations other than it'd be nice if you could get on at least once a week and play. That way when everybody's doing stuff, the way we run our servers, when the last person logs off, the server stops time. It doesn't continuously run like some people's. As soon as you log back in, then the time starts. Tonight, we were so screwed up, we were actually running full one-to-one time. Usually we run a half time, but anyway, the thing is that you need to be on enough that when we got it to advanced time, everybody's caught up on stuff, and we don't want to have to hound you. Because that just makes animosity amongst everybody, and that don't make it near as much fun for everybody to play. And of course, we don't want them people that think that they got to be running into people and being stupid too. We don't want that kind of weird antics either. So, and anyhow, so with that said, also there is a server position open, and maybe one or two at least. And so please apply. We'd like to have you, and we have fun here. Even when we're not streaming, laughing, joking around, giving each other crap, and just having fun. That's what the whole thing's about. So, and even some of my guys that have been watching me for the last, or not quite a year, we will be here in a couple months. But any of you guys, Hodge, all you guys, any of you guys are more than welcome. If you'd like to play on our server, if you think you got enough time, let us know. We'd love to have you.
Content creators are welcome too.
Oh yeah, content creator. It doesn't matter. Anybody, like I said, about the only stipulation we're really going to put on it is no stupid antics, and we'd like you to play at least once a week. That's about the only thing we're going to put on it for true rules. Other rules might come down the pipeline if as needed, if they need to be, type thing. And I get it. You need to be kind of like-minded as far as with the group, like to play like we do, or put up with our opinions of life. But anyhow, with that said, I want to give a shout out to again Robert's Farming and Gaming. Welcome to the streaming world, buddy, and we'll help you as much as we can get you going. Not that I got a whole huge list to help you with, but I got some. I'll send them over to you. So any of my guys that are subscribed to me, make sure you get over there and subscribe to him. He's the he's the he's the brainiac behind. Well, I don't know about the brainiac, but he's damn.
You're the brainiac.
I don't know about that either. There's some days it's like, what the fuck am I doing? But he's darn sure the guy that he's the guy with the money with the behind the servers. Anyway, we'll put it that way. uh, so anyway, and I got to give a shout out to my moderators, although I didn't see very many of them tonight. Ninja was on a little bit. I never did see Hoonigan, but Ninja was on, I think, and a few guys were on tonight. Which kind of dribbled in a little bit throughout the evening. And of course, got to give a shout out to Dirk. Really appreciate all of your input that you helped me with, Guy, and all the help. So anyway, with that, we will catch everybody on the flip side. And remember, always keep the rubber side down.